Success, as Barack Obama often reminds us, is never a straight or easy path. It is a journey built on consistency, discipline, and relentless hard work. In his motivational talks, he emphasizes that the world often celebrates the results, but rarely pays attention to the countless unseen hours of effort that lead to achievement. Obama's own life is a perfect reflection of this truth. Before he became one of the most influential leaders in the world, he faced rejection, self-doubt, and moments of failure. Yet, he never allowed those moments to define him. Instead, he treated each challenge as a lesson and each obstacle as an opportunity to grow stronger. He believes that success requires showing up even when you don't feel like it, when no one is watching, when progress seems slow, and when the reward feels far away. This daily commitment to improvement separates those who dream from those who achieve. Obama's message about hard work is deeply rooted in the idea that success is a process, not an event. You cannot wish your way into greatness, you have to earn it through persistence. He often says that talent alone is not enough. Many people are gifted, but only a few have the discipline to put in the consistent effort required to turn that gift into something remarkable. Success demands sacrifice, giving up comfort, enduring criticism, and pushing yourself when it would be easier to quit. Obama speaks about how there were times he faced setbacks in his political career, losing elections, being underestimated, or facing fierce opposition. But those experiences taught him resilience. Every loss sharpened his focus, every criticism strengthened his determination, and every challenge prepared him for bigger responsibilities. Consistency is the foundation of any meaningful achievement. Obama encourages young people to stay committed even when results are not immediate. He explains that the modern world is obsessed with quick success. People want instant fame, instant money, instant results. But that kind of success doesn't last. Real growth takes time. It's built through years of preparation, learning, and effort. When you are consistent in your actions, you build habits that align with your goals. These habits eventually become the engine that drives your success forward. Obama reminds us that greatness is not found in one grand moment of victory, but in the small, steady decisions you make every single day. Decisions to stay focused, to keep improving, to believe in yourself even when others don't. Another powerful aspect of Obama's view on hard work is the idea of purpose. He says that working hard is not just about personal gain, it's about pursuing something meaningful. When you have a purpose larger than yourself, you find the strength to keep going, even when times are tough. For him, purpose was serving others and creating change. For someone else, it might be building a business, supporting a family, or achieving a personal dream. Whatever it is, success becomes sustainable only when it is fueled by passion and meaning. Obama's philosophy teaches that success is not a prize given to a few lucky people. It's the result of persistence, sacrifice, and belief. If you stay committed to your path, keep learning from failure, and continue to push yourself, success will eventually come, not because it's easy, but because you've earned it through consistent hard work. Failure, according to Barack Obama, is not something to be feared or avoided. It is an essential part of the journey towards success. He believes that every great achievement is built on a foundation of setbacks, mistakes, and lessons learned the hard way. Obama's own life offers powerful evidence of this truth. Before he ever reached the White House, he faced political losses and personal struggles that could have easily ended his ambitions. But instead of viewing failure as a final verdict, he treated it as feedback, a chance to grow, improve, and come back stronger. He often says that the people who succeed are not those who never fall, but those who refuse to stay down when they do. Failure, in his view, is a teacher that shapes your character, tests your courage, and reveals your true determination. Obama emphasizes that the fear of failure is one of the biggest barriers holding people back from reaching their full potential. Many people give up too early because they cannot handle the discomfort of being wrong or rejected. They want success to be smooth and predictable, but real growth happens in moments of struggle and uncertainty. Obama learned this early in his career when he lost his first bid for Congress. The defeat was painful and public, but it forced him to reevaluate his goals, sharpen his message, and understand what truly mattered to him. That experience, though difficult, became one of the most important stepping stones in his rise to the presidency. He often says that without those early failures, he would not have developed the resilience and humility necessary to lead a nation. What separates successful people from everyone else, Obama explains, is how they respond to failure. Most people see failure as a dead end. Successful people see it as a detour, a chance to correct their direction. Each time you fail, you learn something new about yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your limits, and your potential. Obama encourages people, especially young individuals, to embrace their mistakes rather than hide from them. When you fail, you discover what you truly care about, because the things worth fighting for are the ones you are willing to try for again, no matter how many times you fall short. He teaches that persistence through failure builds inner strength, the kind that no book or classroom can teach. Another key part of Obama's message is about perspective. Failure, he says, is temporary. It only becomes permanent if you quit. Every successful leader, artist, athlete, or innovator has failed repeatedly before reaching their breakthrough. The difference lies in mindset. When you view failure as growth rather than defeat, it loses its power to discourage you. Obama reminds his audience that history remembers those who kept going, not those who gave up when things got hard. Failure, therefore, should not be seen as an obstacle, but as a stepping stone towards something greater. Each failure brings you one step closer to wisdom, experience, and mastery. Obama's philosophy is clear. You can't succeed without failing, but if you learn from failure and keep moving forward, success will eventually find you. Barack Obama has always emphasized the power of education and continuous self-improvement as the cornerstone of success. For him, learning does not stop once you leave school. It is a lifelong process that shapes your mind, expands your opportunities, and builds your ability to adapt to change. Obama often speaks about how knowledge is not just a means to get a job. It is a tool to understand the world and to influence it for the better. He grew up with limited resources, raised by a single mother who constantly reminded him of the value of education. She made him wake up early to study before school, teaching him that learning was the path to independence and self-respect. That early lesson became the foundation of his life philosophy. The more you learn, the more capable you become of creating your own future. Obama believes that success belongs to those who keep evolving. The world changes rapidly. Technology, industries, and opportunities are constantly shifting, and those who stop learning get left behind. He encourages young people to read widely, ask questions, and seek knowledge from every possible source. In his view, education goes beyond the classroom. It's also about learning from experience, people, and even failure. Every interaction and every challenge is an opportunity to gain insight. Obama stresses that curiosity is one of the most powerful qualities a person can have. When you remain curious, you never stop growing. He often quotes the idea that the best leaders are lifelong learners, reminding people that no matter how much you achieve, there is always more to discover and improve. Another central idea in Obama's message is that education gives people freedom. The freedom to think independently, make informed decisions, and shape their own destiny. He believes that ignorance limits choices, while knowledge opens doors. Throughout his presidency, he advocated for access to education not just as a policy, but as a moral duty, because he saw how transformative it could be. He often spoke about meeting young students from poor backgrounds who worked tirelessly to overcome challenges, driven by their hunger to learn. To him, their stories proved that success is not determined by where you start, but by your willingness to grow and adapt. That's why he constantly urged people to invest in themselves, to keep learning new skills, improving their mindset, and staying relevant in a changing world. Obama also connects education to personal character. He believes that learning is not only about gaining knowledge, but also about developing empathy, wisdom, and understanding. Through education, people learn to see different perspectives, to think critically, and to build bridges instead of walls. Success, in his view, is not only about personal achievement, but also about contributing to society with the knowledge you gain. He encourages everyone to use their education to uplift others and make the world a better place. Ultimately, Obama's message about self-improvement is simple but powerful. Never stop learning. Keep challenging yourself, keep growing, and keep seeking truth. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop moving forward. Knowledge is the greatest investment you can make in yourself because it never fades and it always leads you closer to success. Barack Obama has always stressed that real success is not measured by wealth, fame, or power, but by the impact you make on others and the integrity with which you live your life. He believes that true fulfillment comes from using your talents and achievements to help those around you and to contribute to something greater than yourself. In his speeches, he often reminds people that leadership is about service, not status. The most successful individuals, according to Obama, are those who remain grounded, humble, and driven by purpose rather than ego. He urges people to focus on building character, staying true to their values, and never compromising their principles, even when faced with challenges or temptations. Success that comes at the cost of your integrity, he explains, is not real success, it's an illusion that eventually fades. Obama's philosophy of meaningful success is deeply rooted in his belief in community and collective progress. He often says that each person has a responsibility to give back, to lift others as they climb. During his presidency, and even after leaving office, he spoke passionately about the idea that the measure of a good life is not how much you take, but how much you give. When you use your success to inspire, educate, or support others, you create a ripple effect that extends far beyond your own life. Obama encourages people to find ways, big or small, to make a difference, whether through volunteering, mentoring, or simply being kind and fair in everyday interactions. In his view, a person's greatest legacy is the positive change they leave behind. At the same time, Obama emphasizes the importance of staying true to your own values, even when it's difficult. The path to success often involves moments of pressure, competition, and moral testing. There are times when taking shortcuts or compromising your beliefs might seem easier, but he warns that those decisions can erode your character and inner peace. He explains that integrity is the foundation of lasting respect and credibility. People may forget your achievements, but they will always remember how you treated others and what you stood for. By holding on to honesty, empathy, and fairness, you build a kind of success that cannot be taken away. Obama also believes that success tied to purpose creates the deepest satisfaction. He often tells young people that they should pursue careers and goals that align with their passions and values, rather than chasing material rewards. When your work reflects who you are and what you believe in, it brings joy, not just recognition. He teaches that fulfillment comes from aligning your actions with your ideals and using your influence to make the world a little better than you found it. True success, as he defines it, is living a life of meaning, one where your achievements benefit others and your legacy inspires those who follow. Obama's message is timeless. Greatness is not about personal glory, but about purpose, integrity, and the positive difference you create in the lives of others.